Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here. Welcome to Strange Brigade Collectibles Guide, mission number 8. This is the mission called Great Pyramid, the final mission of the game with collectibles. There is a 9th mission, but it doesn't have any collectibles. So right as you start, look up and to your left to find jar number 1. Then, as you walk forward, you will go down a path on the right-hand side. This is right at the beginning of the level, just after the first collectible. There's an optional puzzle here on your right, which has some gold and gems and stuff you can grab. But if you continue down the path and then go down the steps and take a sharp left-hand turn, you will find your first journal, rather, of this level. And it'll be located right here, and the name of it is on screen. And if you go back, you should also have your first cat of the mission sitting right here as you walk in front of it.
See, now a dog would have avoided that.
You will then make your way to this area where you will take out a large group of enemies, but before moving on, you may notice that a new door has opened up to the right-hand side from where you entered. If you go inside of here, you should be able to stand on a push plate, which will actually open up some things back in the main area. You'll also want to take note of the symbol on the wall right there. There's also another symbol on the wall above the doorway right above me, and then kind of behind me above me. So you'll want to take note of at least 2 out of the 3 symbols, input them into the triangle, have them locked in, and then shoot the door to open it in order to reveal your first relic of this level.
Bit of relic reallocation, saving the world.
Right next to the relic container, you can find your second journal, No Rest for the Wicked.
Could be some jolly useful information there.
Then, as you are leaving this area, which the kind of exit is to the left, this is after you deliver the Scarab key, you'll enter this room with the large blue crystal in the middle, and walking around this room should have the cat spawn on the left.
Was him or you, Strange Brigade? Well shot.
You will then make your way up a set of stairs, and I'm in between the 2 large kind of sphinx-looking statues. And you can shoot a jar from here. If you look up, find some scaffolding to the top left. You can barely see it. You can actually get closer to it later on in the level, but I thought I would just show you it from where I found it first. Then, from that same location, we can continue into the level by kind of going through that second statue and under it. And as we do this, we'll want to take our right-hand turn whenever we can to go through this door. As we kind of enter the middle of this room, the third cat should spawn behind us, as you see right here.
Begone, infernal cat. Bother the brigade.
Now, in the middle of this room, basically where I'm standing, underneath my feet, you'll also find journal number 3, Hail SETEKI, which will be found on the ground right here. From this location, we can also find the second relic by pulling the lever right here, finding the 6-symbol door, and then lining up the symbols in the correct order to enter everything we need to get through. Now, you don't actually read the symbols from left to right. What you have to do is match the frames to find the left frame, the right frame, and the middle frame, and then that's the actual order. So I have Goose here at the beginning, and then I have like the legs and the rabbit next, and then once I put in everything, the door will open, and revealing my second relic inside.
It belongs in a museum, or in our bank accounts.
Now, upon completing the death ray, killing all the enemies, you'll open this door right here. As you enter, directly in front of you, this cat should spawn, and that's going to be your 4th one for this level.
I had a cat once.
Now, from here, you'll want to continue and go up and to the right, circling back a little bit to your left to find a push plate. Standing on it will reveal a blue light to shoot right over here, and then once you shoot it, it should open the door underneath it, revealing a journal inside on the ground to the right-hand side after solving the snake door.
Oh, jolly good. And nice bit of reading, that's all.
From this journal, you can now walk forward to the normal path, and you'll find 3 heads, and you have to use those heads with the levers underneath them in order to solve the puzzle and the combination, which is a hieroglyph kind of painted on the wall. On the furthest left head, which is Anubis, you can find the jar in between his ears.
The full set, eh? Good show.
Now, next up is relic number 3, and this one is dropped by an enemy. So right after you pull the 3 levers in the correct order, which is right, left, and then middle, the door behind you will open, revealing a whole bunch of enemies. You do not want to push forward into these enemies. Instead, you want to kill all the enemies while standing right here where I'm standing. Pushing too far forward will spawn an enemy that you have to kill, and it could be very hard to kill if you push too far forward too quickly. Nonetheless, now that I've killed all of the enemies, ignore all of the other collectibles you may stumble across. You'll want to run forward and stand on this bridge, and as you get on this bridge, the relic will spawn on the goblin and he will run to the left. And you need to make sure that you kill him before he enters that tunnel, as if he enters the tunnel and you chase him, the door will lock behind you, and if the door locks behind you, you will miss the next 2 collectibles. So again, go and pick up his relic. However, if it's past the door, don't pick it up until later. You have 2 more collectibles to grab before kind of going into the tunnels a little bit here.
Spot of antique acquisition.
So after I picked up the relic, I'm going to now backtrack to that bridge, and instead of turning to the left, if I had turned to the right and followed the ground, I would have found my 5th journal called Myth or History on the right-hand side of the path right here.
Oh, jolly good. A nice...
Additionally, if I continue forward and go down this path, I'll find one of those doors that has the whole bugs on it, and you'll have to like shoot the pods to kill all the bugs. Inside of that room, there is a ambush that happens. Kill all of the enemies in that ambush to open the door or open the gate back up, and then you'll be able to collect relic number 4. Shortly after that, you will exit the caves, and right in front of you will be the kind of 2 Sphinx statues that we were at earlier. As you kind of progress through this path, the cat should spawn on the statue nearest you, and you can take it out. Then go to the left and take out the jar in order to find the door, little control. When you hack it, you'll have to solve the puzzle by shooting the panels and flipping the picture over. Inside of this puzzle room, you'll find relic number 5.
What do we have here?
Next up, we can find journal number 6. Upon entering this cave, you'll notice a kind of large hole in the middle, kind of like a big well. You'll take out a whole bunch of enemies and then run forward, and you'll notice there's a kind of hole in the cave here that you can look out to the left. But you actually want to go to the right and shoot through these vines. And behind those vines, you can find journal number 6 on the ground right in the middle.
I'll be having that. Literature. Oh, how lovely.
Now, from here, if you turn around and go down that path, the rock will fall and block your path going forward. So you'll take a left-hand turn, and then there is a short puzzle you'll need to solve. You need to kill some enemies. There's a whole bunch of push plates you'll need to stand on. While you're standing on them, you'll need to shoot a bunch of the blue lights and the shields. And I think there's 5 or 6 total things you'll need to do. I'm kind of showing you them in order, even though I've already done it. And once you're done all of these, you should open up a secret door that I will show you, obviously. And in there will be your 6th and final relic for this level, and your final relic for the entire game. If you followed along and gotten everything, you will unlock your achievement or trophy at this point. Now, from that last relic, we can now run forward and go back outside to locate our 6th cat, which will spawn above the cat door, which should be pretty obvious. You may need to run around the area a little bit in order to get it to spawn, but once you shoot it, you'll also unlock the final door. Inside of that door will be your final golden cat idol, unlocking yet another achievement or trophy if this is your last one.
I need these for my numismatic collection.
From the Golden Cat Idol, we can find our 7th last journal in this level, called A Strange Whim, by heading up the stairs to the left, hanging a left, and picking it up from the ground. This should also be your last journal of the game. However, you also need to collect 16 journal entries that are found randomly in chests throughout the game. Last but certainly not least is our final jar of the game. You'll reach this area with a giant pyramid in front of you, and you can find the jar above the exit or the entrance to the pyramid. You can get as close as you need to it in order to shoot it. Keep in mind that if you do spawn the crystal and defeat the boss, the level does end and you don't get any closer to the pyramid, so make sure you shoot it kind of early. Thank you guys so much for watching. That should be all your collectibles or achievements, trophies in Strange Brigade. Drop a like if this series was helpful. Share the series with a friend. Special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show. And I'll see you guys in the next series. Peace!